Hey everybody, welcome back to another Leetcode video. Today we're going to be looking at number 13, Roman to integer. So this is a Leetcode easy problem and very straightforward with a bit of a twist. So for this one, for me, the most challenging part was figuring out like the edge case. In this situation, you're given a string S of Roman numerals, and you're asked to convert it into an integer and return it. So essentially, I is converted to 3 because that's 1, 1, 1. But you have an edge case where, since Roman numerals are written in largest to smallest from left to right, so let's say M, it would go M, D, C, or whichever combination you want to add numbers, and then they're just added together, except if when reading from left to right, there's a smaller integer, a smaller Roman numeral comes before a larger one, you're subtracting the smaller one from the larger one. So without further ado, we can go ahead and get started with an approach. So the way to solve this is you're going to want to have a hash map to store the key value pair between the symbol, between the Roman numeral and the integer, and the value. So we can just use an unordered map since we're using C++. Be a character to an integer. We can just name it Roman to R2I, Roman numeral to integer, and then we'll just go ahead and initialize right here I with 1, and then just copy it 2, 4, 6, 7. There we go. And this one will be B, X, L, C, D, M. And this right here is 1000. This one here is 500. This one here is 100, 50, 10, and finally 5. Okay, so we can go ahead get started with the logic. So we have two cases essentially. The first case is if the current number and the next number, the current Roman numeral and the second numeral are both decreasing, and the second case is if it's increasing, right? In that case, we want to subtract. So we can go ahead and initialize our result and then return it. Okay. So now we want to just a simple for loop. I equal to 0. I is less than s dot size, and then we can just go ahead and increment I. Okay, so the first case, let's handle the edge case. So if I is in our map, the mapping of the current element that we're looking at, so S at I is less than the one following it at S I plus 1, then we handle it. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and increment the value. Plus equals okay. And something that we just have to watch out for is we might be out of bounds, so we just want to check. If we're at the last element, we're guaranteed that we're not going to have a larger element after it, so we can just go ahead and add a check. So I is not equal to s dot size. Plus 1. There we go. Minus 1. Since we're looking at indexes. And then here we want to just minus equals, we just want to subtract the current one and then keep going. There we go. And then we can, this is to not have to use an else, otherwise we can just use else, but continue. All this does is when the compiler sees this, it just jumps to the next iteration of the loop. This should work, I believe so. Let's go ahead and submit it. I tested out the approach, perfect. It works great. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.